red, then you know it's live. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's discussion. Uh, this live broadcast is going out to all digital business owners and those that are aspiring to be business and digital business owners. Thank you so much for being here. You're welcome. Today we have a very interesting topic. But before we go on, I would like to introduce my two guest speakers. We have Gracious and we have Rhoda tonight, and they are going to guide us and give us their own experiences on this digital business tonight. So today's topic is, can your 9 to 5 job give you the freedom that you really want? Can your 9 to 5 job give you the freedom in life that you want? Before I ask my guests the questions lined up for today, I just want to make a brief introduction. What do we understand by 9 to 5 job? In
Okay.
some countries, they start at 9,
So we
their
start.
normal job. Some they start at 8. But on a general note, 9 to 5 job simply means the job you do that you are paid for on a monthly basis, in some places sometimes on a weekly basis, in some other areas twice weekly. um, but the issue is you earn a salary at the end of the day. That is your 9 to 5 job. The work you do, you are working for somebody, and at the end of the month or at the end of the week you get paid. That is your 9 to 5 jobs. So and many of us started our working life with this 9 to 5 job. So tonight I'm going to start with my first question to my guests. I'll start with Sister Gracious. Have you ever been employed by an organization or individual? And if yes, please tell us a bit about how the job affected your time and your finances. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for the question. It says, have you ever been employed by an organization or an individual? If yes, tell us how it has affected your job and your time. Yes, I have been employed, and both in my country, Nigeria, and also in this place. But in this place, um, I can never compare the circumstances, the way the working structure in Nigeria and this place is. There's a slight difference in the two of them. And
Okay.
coming here with so much hope that I've come here for a greener pasture and all those things. It was never, it was not an easy journey for me. And it was a mini job that I wanted to do so that I could just have something at the end of the day. I think that was when I came newly to Germany. I was doing some mini jobs to support myself, and I was also getting some support from the government also. You know, sometimes you are not being treated fairly. You are not being treated fairly. You are being looked down on. Like, after all, we are paying you for
Job.
the services you are rendering. You are being paid for it, so you are expected to give it, to deliver 100%. And there were days that even when I wasn't feeling too well, just because I needed that, uh, I'll call it pocket money because it was a mini job. I have to be there. I have to be there. I have to force myself to be there. And my kids were just young, as in they were just within the age of one was 3, the other one was a year plus. I have to look for somebody to please. Can you just give me some minutes? Let me drop my kids with you. I have to quickly run this thing. Understand? Because I know very well if I don't attend that, if I don't go for that, um,
The job.
yeah, if I don't go for that job, so that means that I won't be paid.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
won't be paid. So
Mm.
it's so clear and obvious there. It's very, very obvious. And I did some practical volunteer caregiving here in Germany, and I really had an interesting time. I really, really liked the job. I liked the job. You understand, caring for people, especially the older people. You understand, it just brought to me that then I've already started my business. It's while I was doing this caregiving work, my volunteer caregiving work, and I was helping the elderly people. I told myself, this thing called old life.
Yeah,
Yes, God is going to give us long life. We are all going to
yeah.
experience. But the way
Mm.
I'm going to experience my own is going to be enjoyable all through. I'm
Yeah.
going to see myself completely whole. And when the time comes for me to go home, after I've fulfilled everything that needs to be fulfilled, I will bless my children and I will sit down. I will say, okay, God, I'm ready to go home now. Working with
Mm.
old people, there are days I will go there and coming back home, I'm like, God, my life cannot be like this. My life cannot be like this. You know, these are people that some of them, I was told that some of them fought in the war, some of them were formerly headmistress, as in a school. Some of them
Yes.
were chef in their organization where they
Yeah.
were. And this is just it, as in the life, this is just all about life. And some of them, the children, they don't, the children don't really care about them, don't really care, but they just want to drop. It's somebody that comes to drop them in the place, and we have to care for them, feed them, and like my future. If I'm
Has to be
going to
better.
have a better future for my children, I have to plan it now. It has to be planned now. I can't hand over a messed up future for my children. And that was how I came across this business. And like I said, financial, when it was time for me to stop in that place, you know, for all the time and effort that I I
Okay.
gave, I rendered, I was given €5
Ah,
as a send forth.
yeah.
I know it was a volunteer work. I wasn't expecting anything from them. I was given €5 after all the services, after all the months that I've worked with them. I was given €5. Just imagine, €5. Just imagine. So that somebody also told me that when it was time for them to retire, what no, not somebody in our business community, a lady was talking about when it was time for her to retire in her business, in her work, she was giving, like, she said she couldn't believe it. She was like, so is this how valuable, is this how my worth is to you people for this peanut?
Mm-hmm.
She said she told herself she made the right choice of setting up her own business. And that was the reason why she wanted to retire on time so she can have the full time to concentrate on her business. So please, in terms of financial impact, yes, you need your regular job, your 5 to 9 job, or is it 9 to 5 jobs?
9 to 5.
Yeah, your 9 to 5 job. Wherever you are getting from it, keep something aside to save for the future so that when it's time, when you finally decide on the business to start, you will have your investment
Something.
ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all the money that you should be eating, it's not all the money that comes into your mouth you will eat, that comes
Mm-hmm.
into your hand, that should be eaten. There are some you should keep aside. So it's this is my own experience. I don't know about my sister talking who is on the screen with us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sister Gracious. Thank you so much. Um, Sister Rhoda, can you tell us a bit about your experience as an employee? If you've done, have you worked as an employee before in an organization?
Yes,
Okay,
for just few months here.
okay.
Hello
So
everyone, I'm
how did that
Rhoda.
affect? How did that affect your time management?
Mm,
And tell us a bit about also in terms of financial rewards.
okay. Actually, I must say, when I first relocated here, uh, I know they don't speak English here, so I have to start learning their language. And in the course of learning their language, I think I spent my first 1 year in school. So it was summer, so I decided to do summer work to
Yeah.
try it out to see. Um, so at that time, when I started working, I've never worked continuous 7 hours standing on my feet before.
Okay.
So it was a new experience altogether for me. And
Yeah.
the stress was wow. Because I've never though when I was in Ghana I was working, but I've never worked standing on my foot for continuous 7 hours a day
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
I remember
That.
when I first got the job, it was washing bay, like I don't know. In Italia they call it lavanderia. I've forgotten the English name. So like we wash restaurants and hotels their bed sheets, napkins, and
Okay.
other stuff. So I was in
Okay.
the part of the ironing and the folding part. The
Okay.
machine will fold it and you just wrap it in a rubber, then you package it in a 8 kgs and other stuff.
Okay.
It was very tiring for me because I've never experienced standing on my feet for 7 good hours. The one question that came to my mind is, can I do this for 20 years?
A very good question.
That was the first question that popped into my head. Can I actually survive it?
Mm.
And I started saying, so those that they are in abroad, they are suffering. I didn't know because I was like, fine, back home it's not that good or other stuff, but I was a little bit comfortable at that time. Then I said,
Mm.
standing 7 hours, can I do it for 20 years? Can I do it for 30 years of my life? This thing I can't, because it was so tiring. And actually it was a shift work, so from where I was staying and from where the work was a little bit far from my place. So I have
Okay.
to wake up early,
Very
walk
early.
some miles to that working place. Sometimes you don't close early from Monday to Saturday. Sometimes I cry. I said, this is not what I subscribed for. Standing on my legs for those 7 hours was something else. I decided, no, I can't. I need to find something to do because I can't do this for um
Long
20
period of
years.
time.
And for what I know, before you can get a pension pay here in Italy, you have to work for 20 years. You have to contribute for 20 years. So for minimum of 20 years, that means the money is peanuts. And I can't do this for 20 years. No, I can't be running up and down for that 20 years. And that time I was already considering starting something on my own.
Okay.
I've already found an ad like this, so I was already watching it. So my experience was the tiring, the how to you have to wake up early to catch a bus and train to that workplace was taking a toll on me. That's my experience for that aspect, and it
Okay.
wasn't easy. And when it came to the payment, these people was doing me up and down. When the month end, they will now be telling you stories. then the following month. So it wasn't a nice experience at all. So I would advise anyone watching us that once you start, you get a job here and you save something for yourself to invest in other things that can work for you. Actually, one man in my country once said, once you help someone build their own company, once you help someone get 10, I mean 10 in any currency, let's say 10 euro, it's time for you to let some people to work for you to get 10 euro for yourself.
So that makes
It's
sense.
time for you to set up something for your own. You can't be helping people building their own companies. It's time for you to start something on your own, something that will work for you. You have to let your money work for you at some certain stage in life. You have to let your money work for you, not you working for the money. That thing has always been on my mind, that even if you are working, take it as a temporal process. That one day I have to start my own company, I have to start my own business, that my money will work for me, that I'll have the time that I needed. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Rhoda. Thank you. Um, like I have the greatest experience when it comes to this particular aspect. I've been in paid employment for so many years, up to 3 decades, I would say, 30 years experience.
Wow.
And yes, since I finished university, that's 1991 till date, I've always worked in paid employment. And right from the start, I knew that paid employment will not solve my problem, will not meet my financial needs. So I've always been an investor also. My second question has been touched by you too. I was going to ask, okay, my third question actually would have been, this 9 to 5 job we're talking about, why people like it so much is because at the end of the day, they say you get pension. But our sister Gracious told us about, from what she saw, from those that have retired, you find that pension does not necessarily mean a life of enjoyment. That you're not working again doesn't mean you're enjoying. On the contrary, if you were earning well before when you were working, when it comes to pension time, what you earn reduces drastically. So that, and yet you still have to pay your rent. You still have to, if you have children that are still in school, you still have to pay school fees. So the pension is reduced while your expenses increase. That is one disadvantage of this 9 to 5 job. And that is why you see so many people, when we retire, our life changes. We can no longer live the kind of standard that we were used to when we were working, because our pension is usually much smaller than what we used to earn. And this is one reason again why people need to look for what is popularly known as side hustle or passive income. Just do something extra if you know you must do your 9 to 5 job. Many people started side hustles and passive income, and then saw how great it was, how profitable it was, and decided to leave the 9 to 5 job. You see, but like Sister Precious said also, if you know you need your 9 to 5 job to survive you while you are pursuing your business, then hold on to it, but don't eat everything that you earn. Put something aside. You know, for example, we're doing this online business. We need to pay for adverts regularly. The money will not fall from the sky. So if you have a 9 to 5 job that is giving you regular income that you can use to pay your adverts, you find that it also helps you to have money aside so that you're not stranded. So what is the bottom line of these things we are saying? 9 to 5 job is good. Most of us start from there, but we should not let that be the end of our working life. That cannot give us the kind of life we want to live, a better future, a life where you are not tied to your desk, so to say, or you're not standing the whole day and nothing much is coming in. What kind of life are we talking about? You want to be able to, for example, travel when you need to. You want to be able to go to your child's function at school. You want to be able to, you know, visit some people. Maybe you want to travel home when you want to. But when you're in the 9-to-5 job, you find that your hands are tied. You cannot take vacation anytime you like. You take your vacation when your employer allows you to take it, right? You can only travel when, for example, you are on vacation. Like the other time I lost my mom. I couldn't go home, you know, because I was in unemployment and I didn't have my leave. So many things were, you know, just working against me. And of course, there was also financial constraints, right? One moment, please. So, no? So, sorry about that. That I put the phone on silent. The bottom line is we need to prepare for a better future. We need to prepare ourselves for the life we want, a life that will give us financial freedom and the freedom to spend time with our children without anybody knocking on our door or rushing us that we must be at so place at this particular time. Our time is our own, and we need to be able to control it. So that is one thing about the 9-to-5 job. It gives you a regular income, but that income ties you to that employer. It steals your time, and of course, the pay does not meet or satisfy all your needs. Now, I want to ask another question, Sister Rhoda. As a digital business owner, what are some of the vital traits or characteristics that one must have to succeed? It's one thing to be a digital business owner. It's another thing to succeed in it. What are some of the things we need to do, we need to be in order to succeed in this digital business? In a very few words. Our time is almost up.
Sis, brother, unmute yourself. You are mute.
Thank you. Sorry, sis. I would say creativity is a major key role in being a digital business. As you can see, the online keeps on upgrading itself. Internet keeps on upgrading itself. So to meet the standard of being running your business online, you have to be creative in terms of your design, in terms of advertisement, in terms of all the things that you need to do on the internet. I must say creativity is one, and one must read a lot to broaden your minds and your ideas, because once I said, if you doesn't read, you rust as times goes on, because you will keep on with the old ideas that you used to have in your mind. But once you read, you'll be able to upgrade yourself to the current times. If one woman I admired so much in Ghana, I used to watch her on TV, say BBC, born before computer. If you are born before computer, that's BBC era.
Are you talking about me? Are you talking about me?
Sorry, sis. And you don't read a lot. You don't read a lot to upgrade yourself. I mean, you'll be stuck in your 1990s level and your ideas. But right now, we are in a generation that technology is far, far, far advanced. And if you don't read a lot to broaden your wings, your ideas, your knowledge, you'll be stuck. And once people are advertising using AI and other stuff, you still be in the 1990s thinking idea, born before computer. That time computer wasn't in existence. So if you still be using the analog ideas, meanwhile we are in the digital world. So I would say to be able to thrive on the internet, you have to research a lot, read a lot, upgrade yourself a lot, be creative in everything that you do. I think that would be helpful for you for now. I think this Gracious has a lot to add to it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So 2 traits that you have mentioned. One must be creative as a digital business owner, and then one must also invest in self-development. Okay, so with those two, at least you are armed to prepare for this digital world that we are in right now. Sister Gracious, could you add one or two more points, please? Some of the traits we need, one needs to succeed.
Just before
Yeah.
let me just quickly comment on what this Rhoda said. You know, this AI thing has made some people very lazy indeed. AI can
Expo.
even you now. You understand? And AI will start reading inside your ears. So it has made reading very easy. And in terms of self-development, go to YouTube. There are videos that are talking about things. Understand? So that means that it's time for us to walk out of our comfort zone. She has already said it. You have to invest in yourself because the Bible said, "Out of the abundance of the heart, the man speaks."
The mouth
What do you
speaker.
inside of you is what you are going to give out. So if you have
Yeah.
creativity, if you have training, if you have consistency, discipline, motivation, inspiration, you'll be able to spark in the digital world. You'll be able to succeed in the digital world. You understand? The digital world is still a baby. You understand? The world is still a baby. We've not even finished harvesting from it. The children we just gave birth to now, in 20 years to come, they will still harvest from it and they will still succeed. So
True.
why not be part of this digital world that we are bringing to you? Why not be part to? Because if the world is already digital, my baby right now, if I drop my phone and she sees that phone and her hand can get to that phone, the way she will take that phone, run and look for a corner to stay and pressing the phone.
Yeah, you're
So
right. This
very
is
soon,
it's a
very
new
soon,
world.
don't you know that the other baby online, this copied the baby that looks like real human being. What do they call? There's a name, special
Barbie.
name. No, it's not. It's a baby, a real baby. You would think if you don't look close, you would think it's a real human baby. It laughs, it cries, and it blinks. It was ordered online. So the
That is
food we
it's
eat,
Barbie. It's Barbie that have Barbie
it's not
dolls.
Barbie. It's not Barbie.
Which
It's
one
not
is that?
Barbie. Reborn. They call it reborn. It's reborn. Yeah, they call
Okay,
it reborn.
Reborn. Wow.
Yeah. So they all people order houses. People, as in the internet world is versatile. There is a lot to harvest from it. Let's use the COVID. What happened in COVID? Why so many people were being asked to stay at home? Those people who were already using the online platform, you can see how their business was booming. Their business was booming because nobody was allowed to leave their house. Everybody has to order online. In fact, online became some people home address. They wake up there, they sleep there, they eat there, they do everything. So we are not telling you that when you become a digital business, when you become an online business owner today, you become a millionaire. No,
No,
you have to persevere. You have to be patient
to do the work.
for your business to grow because you are advertising yourself to people who don't know you. Understand? So there have to be some trust. They have to earn your trust and you earn their own trust. So you have to consistency go to your business, go to your page and post their updates and let people see that you are a real human being. Make it real to people. We are all mothers here. Look at me. My children are in their bed right now sleeping, and I'm here talking about my business. Same with my other business partners talking to you right now. So all we are saying is that make a move today. Excuse me, make a move today. The website are there. Go to any of the website and reach out to any of us with your name and email address, and all the necessary information will be sent to you. Thank you. And I just want to appreciate our viewers. Thank you, Sis Felicia, for you
Yeah,
said you said
thank
€5.
you.
That's what they gave
That's
me.
great.
That's what they gave me. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And to all our viewers that are watching us, thank you very much for staying with us. Thank you. Thank you. Over to you, sis.
Thank you so much. You've summarized my last point. I wanted to say in a few words, what advice would you give to those aspiring to be digital or online business owners? You have spoken well. Um, Maybe, Rhoda, you have one or two two things to tell those that want to take this bold step um, to become digital business owners.
Thank you, sis.
Yeah.
As my sister already said, like now when digital internet is becoming the market space for everyone. Everyone is entering into the digital world. And if you are still in your old corner, still thinking you are not going on to the internet, even now those running their traditional businesses, like those running shops down there, are still on the internet. They are bringing their business on the internet because with that one, your target audience is not restricted. You are able to broaden your target audience. You touch every corner of the globe. You are not restricted to a particular country or location or area, because you can travel a world around the globe because you're on the digital world. You are on the internet. And with the internet, the world is becoming a global village right now. As my sister say, when COVID hits, those that they were on the internet, running their business on the internet, were the ones making the money. We that were doing our own physical business were the ones shutting, because shop is not opening. No one can go anywhere. We are still in, everyone is in the house. We order food, we order clothes. It pushed people from the traditional market to enter into the digital world, because they saw that people are ordering online. And if you are ordering online and my shop is closed and I'm not on the internet, that means I'm losing cash, because time is not waiting for us, and time is money, time is cash. So you have to plan your things according to. So people were losing, they have to enter into the digital world. So my advice to anyone watching us, that though you have your regular job, but I will advise you, from my small knowledge that I have, that please invest into the digital world. Please find something to do on the internet. And I can boldly say our business is one of the business that doesn't need much time, much of your time. If you 1 hour can do, 1 hour for a day can help you reach somewhere. It doesn't take much of your time. So I would advise you to reach out to any of us to join our business, and I know that will be the best decision. Whilst being your regular job, you having this side hustle that will help you supplement your income to provide all the financial needs that you, and you are not working, you are a stay at home mom like me, currently unemployed. You can still run this business while taking care of your family. So I will encourage each and every one of us to register with any of us to join our business. And I know you are, this is your dream country, and this is your answers to your prayers. Thank you, sis.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sister Rhoda. Uh, Once again, I want to thank every one of us for being here today, including our viewers. Um, we have said a lot, and there's still much more that you can know about this business. There are so many digital business out there, but not all of them is as rewarding as this one is. Um, I see so many of us, once we talk of digital business, you just think about scam. You just think of fraud. The truth is, not everyone you see online is a fraud. We are women. For us to come out and be talking like this, you should know that it is something we have seen that is working. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Link with any of us today, and when you come into this business, that is when you will know, why have I been suffering all these years? Why have I been suffering all these years when there's an easier way? Okay, so take the bold step. I encourage you to take the bold step. Find out what it is we are doing that is making us so proud of being digital business owners, and you will not regret it. Once again, thank you so much for your time, and I think we're meeting tomorrow again. Are we?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow by
So, Join us and enjoy with us. We are not selfish. We like to share. There's love in sharing. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Sister Gracious. Thank you, Sister Rhoda. Thank you, viewers. Good night.
Good night.
Okay.